another Assassin's Creed Odyssey live stream video to get all of the additional content finally downloaded. So all those on here, oh there it is. Right. So as you can see, we are picking up from where we left off yesterday. Obviously, so we're going to need to do that. But first, before we do anything, we need to look at upgrading our weapons. Because as I said, we've also had the opportunity. As you can see, we have a huge stack of. So, considering that we are an extremely low level, as you can see, we do have a lot of weaponry that has now become available. So for this particular spot, we are going to have a look at some of these. So obviously we have a level 5 weapon. This is a rare sword, but as you can see, as I mentioned yesterday, there are a couple of colour schemes. The blue is obviously the rare stuff. We've got the ultra rare stuff, which is the purple, and we then have this, the gold, which is obviously the legendary. And as you saw with these ones, these are obviously common. So 43 DPS, up 11, plus some percent assassin damage, 3% adrenaline per hit, plus 25% damage after perfect dodge. 50% elemental build up with assassin abilities, plus 4% up for yourself. As you can see, plus 15% all damage, but minus 15% health. And that's on this particular legendary set, the Greek Helio, as you can see, which is just here, which is the dagger and the spear of Leonidas. So, what we are going to do, I think I'm actually going to take the Drinker of Light sword, because it does promote a lot of, ooh, shiny, does promote a lot of the assassin damage qualities, which is what we are looking for. As you can see, the assassin damage does take an increase. Some of the other stats vary as well, but the assassin damage is the one that's taking most of the increase. Obviously, as we progress and we unlock further items, further bits and pieces throughout the game itself, we will at one point be able to have 2 weapons, so we'll be able to switch between them like we could in Assassin's Creed Origins. So let's have a look. Bow. We have the Thracian bow. This is actually a download from Ubisoft. So we've also got all of those as well. And we have Divine Bow, which is a Tier 3 weapon. Granted, it's not as much DPS as the Tier 5, but obviously it's 2 levels lower. Plus 25% hunter damage, but 15%, minus 15% armor. Plus 3% damage with bows on distant targets, plus 7% hunter damage. And as you can see, plus 5% damage on animals, plus 5% hunter damage with the Thracian bow. So, we need a bow, so this we are going to be taking, and as you can see, Cassandra is now holding it. Carved out of wood, obviously, with like a vine-like sigil. I'm just trying to think of the right word. Motif, I think is the most appropriate word we've got at the moment. Obviously, we now have the opportunity of placing the helmet. The Cover of Dusk, a rare item. Epic, the Timeless Eye helmet. The Magnificent Mycenaean helmet, or helm as it's covered here. Then we have the Peak of Pegasus, and we also have the Bloodstained Hood, which is a legendary hood, as you guys can see by the colour schemes. So, plus 5% critical damage, plus 7% warrior damage. Warrior damage, plus 3% damage with swords. 5% warrior damage, 5% critical. 6% warrior, 4% chance to ignore half damage, and 1% all damage. And obviously, plus 5% assassin damage, plus 4% movement speed while crouching, which can be extremely useful. Now obviously we do want to try and get everything on the same level, but there are going to be things like this. I mean, this is the helmet for the sword that we just chose, which is part of the Peak of Pegasus pack. So you can have a little look see how you guys want to set this up yourselves. Obviously, if we stick the hood on, there is the hood, and it actually goes into the armor itself. And as you can see, that is a lot closer to the assassin hood that we have all come to know and love. So, which are epic items, again level 5, which we can't wear. Then we have the feathered bracers, and as you can see, go right up to the elbow. And then we have the warrior's restraints, which are the chains. So, plus 7% warrior damage, 5% adrenaline on assassination kills. Now, as you can see, this is the feathered braces. This is part of the pack, as we showed you guys a moment ago, with the helmet. And this is actually the helmet that goes with it. Oops, definitely did not want to be doing that. Right, let's get you out of the way. And if we just have a little move around Cassandra, as you can see, a lot of the weaponry now starting to take place within the body and the armor itself. So, moving very swiftly as we go through the armor, again, 2 level 5 sets that we can't use. Plumage of protection, again, plus 5% adrenaline on assassination kills, and plus additional damage. Plus 2 health on this, the armor of rebellion, and plus 7% warrior damage, same as the plumage of protection. So there you go, and you can see on the actual armor itself, as it comes up the chest, over the breast, and up towards the shoulders, the emblazoned symbol of Pegasus itself. Moving over to the mercenary belt, a rare waste item. As you can see, we now have quite a few here. Band of Dusk, Weight of War, again a series of level 5 items that we can't take, and the Pegasus Embrace, which if we just equip, as you guys can see, matches up very, very nicely with the actual armor itself for the chest plate, and they have done a lot of work in regards to this. There were a lot of chinks in the armor system with Assassin's Creed Origins, but it is actually quite nice to see that they have actually completed this. Fashion Creed earned another trophy, and that's actually for putting on a full set of one type of legendary. And I am Legend, and there is another trophy for making sure that we have a full, complete set of armor. Obviously, we have our bows. We still don't have, at the moment, any additional items apart from the normal arrows. But next, we have our mighty steed. The common Phobos skin was the one that we chose right at the start. And as you can see, we have a rare Phobos skin, which is the Mycenaean steed. We then have the Pegasus legendary Phobos skin. Legendary Phobos skin again, Spartan Renegade. Black Unicorn. And then the Hourglass, which is the epic Phobos skin. But we're going to go for this one because it matches up with the actual armor itself and also the weapons. And as you can see, our assassin damage is now at 525. Warrior damage has taken a little increase. Armor is now 63. Damage is 76. Health is 442. And that is a very, very nice set of armor. So, over to our quests. And as you can see, we have the fight with Talos. We have the mercenary work. Can't get my words out. But we also have a couple of additional items. As you can see, we now have a slightly more concluded map. And what looks like a few little hidden items and drawings that have now appeared. So this may lead to something in the future that we will have to keep our eyes on as we make our way into and to deal with Dallas, the stone beast. So, as you can see, here he comes. We now have our bow. And as you can see, the bow with the small arrows not doing a lot of damage. Obviously that was definitely some range. I'm not quite knowing where that came from.
Shield yourself!
That definitely made him jump. So he makes his way up. Obviously only having the sword. How to confuse an idiot.
I'm here for your bounty, Manaka! Don't see any challengers today.
And that is by far the easiest way to definitely confuse somebody. So,
Nothing personal, but that head of yours is worth a lot!
and here he comes again. So how timing it right. And as you can see, in an easy way, I've actually...
No, I catch up! Fight me, you spineless scum!
Where is he?
Found you!
Aren't you lucky? With an arrow sticking out of your body. Oh, well.
Get back here! You are done!
I don't think so. And as you can see, whatever that was he threw has definitely done a trick on poor little Cassandra, as her health is extremely low. So he has decided he's going to join the ranks of using a bow. Obviously he's not as good as he thinks he is. As Cassandra is now, as you can see, taking damage.
Arrows incoming! I won't let you take another shot.
There's a headshot.
I just want my reward! Come on!
I don't care if you want your reward. So as you see, definitely doing a lot more damage with this weaponry than we did yesterday. And the armor is definitely providing some.
You're not here! Give up already! You...
I normally say never hit a man down, but in this particular case, I'm definitely up for that. Now, considering that, wow, considering that we did significantly better, even still at level 3, and as you can see, as you level up, your base health and damage will increase, making you more powerful and harder to kill. While holding O to stop, turning will make your ship drift. Drifting can be used to avoid incoming attacks or position yourself in a naval battle. And obviously, Eagle Scouting as well, using Icarus. So, here we are, back again. And he is here somewhere. Where is he? So let's see if we can actually get a good couple of headshots on this guy. And as you can see, unfortunately...
Take cover!
Okay, that is a good couple of stone hits. So,
I'm sorry.
okay,
You'd have done the
that
same
did not
to
last
me.
as long as I was hoping. So I'm definitely thinking that this is something that we are definitely going to need to do once we have definitely leveled up a little bit more. So we are going to, in this case, make a run back to town. We are going to see if we can actually earn some additional experience. We will also have a look at trying to do a couple of more additional missions to see if we can actually get that experience to get to this level. Now, to put a fight in this early in a game is... well, to put in a fight this early in a game that's this hard, because you can't get to the high enough level to be able to complete this, is absolutely insanely crazy. I do understand it's a different setup to Assassin's Creed Origins, but essentially drive a lot of people away from Assassin's Creed Origins. Sorry, Odyssey. So we need additional experience. Where can we find additional experience? Well, as most of you will know, there are going to be little things like this, which we can go and hit up. Little side quests that we can look at trying to complete. And the added bonus of now having a bow is it makes hunting a lot easier. And as you can see, that little sheep had the eagle mark, which means Icarus has come to join us. As you can see, stalking all the way over there, a wolf. So he is level 3. So did just catch us. I only anticipated one, not 2. But being just here is extremely handy. So we managed to get our arrow back, and we also got the wolf skin. Now, unfortunately, this guy is a little bit smarter. But not by much. Now, he can't obviously get down here. But he is definitely going to try. Wow, this wolf is definitely out for blood. So when in doubt, try it and do something different. And you would have thought that this wolf body now would have had enough. Right, I don't think he actually knows where we are. Now he does. And I missed. Okay, so we got a couple of hits. But nonetheless, that is definitely one wolf down. I still didn't get him. That is one thing that they could have definitely made easier. The fact that in some of the quests, you may just need some of those vulture feathers. So another lumber shipyard, or the same lumber shipyard. No, another lumber shipyard. And let's have a little look. What do we have, Icarus, today? Well, we have a couple of guards. We have somewhere this way chest. Anything else, Icarus? More guards and another chest. So, as you can see, trying to be stealthy with an outfit like this is not going to be too difficult. And as you can see, this is Polaris. He is tier 3, but even with a headshot,
I'll crush you!
again, the ability to use the bow and arrow definitely coming into its own just there. As we make our way. So that's one treasure, kill the bandit leader, that's been completed. Definitely obtaining a few additional pieces. As well as having the ship highlighted. So, as we sneak around. So, this is what I used to love doing.
Incoming arrows!
We got one guy that's now taking to hide in.
Harry, find cover! I know where they're firing from!
Make you run. That's going to allow us, as you guys can see, get that a little bit closer. And finally, get a vulture. And as you can see, most of the guards this time taken out without any trouble. while we're at it, obtaining some more. Thank you, Icarus. Some more items as well. Now, as you can see, that annoyance of a, I was going to say a Palakate, but he's not. Of that bounty hunter. He's still milling about over at that other. And as you can see, he's actually made his way all the way here. So a couple of headshots. Bug out. What makes you think he's going to stop? And now he's trying to use a little bit of smarts. He knows we're somewhere. Just watching out for that health.
Give up already. You're tired at some point.
Keep it going, Cassandra.
This is too easy.
I'd like to say pretty much the same, because yes, we are pretty low to health. No, you can't see us.
No, you can't just run from the
And as you can see, as Cassandra's health comes back up, this Malachi is again
arrows incoming.
you're really quick, you are.
I'll get you, coward. There's nothing here. Nothing personal, but that head of yours is worth a lot!
Oh, I'm out of arrows. Can you believe it?
Coward! Get back here! Now you're mine!
Now he's just missing that arrow. But as you can see,
Come on,
we are not doing
show
too
me
bad.
how you wield that. Where do you think you're going?
Away from you.
I'll still find you and kill you!
No, you won't. So as you can see, the game does require that thinking outside of the box. And as much as I would love to get down there and have a fight with him, I would love to do it on my terms and not his. I.e., I would love to be able to get down there and get close to him to possibly try an assassination, considering that how low he is. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Urgh. That's so annoying. Come on, Cassandra, make your way down. So now we are hidden. Hopefully, we'll be able, without him seeing us, to get close enough hopefully this time.
I'm here!
finally, and hopefully... Wow, there we go. Talos the
You should have
Stonefish
turned down this bounty, Talos.
has been taken out. Arena Invitation Warrior. The Pepka Arena is the most competitive arena in all of Greek world. As the last living hero of the arena, I'm seeking the best fighters to compete on the most spectacular of stages for honor, pleasure and drachmae. Your reputation precedes you. Few have slain as prolifically or as poetically as you. Should you be interested, find me in Pirate Point.
Just waiting for a
or
chance
my
to perch,
associate,
were you?
Mayon on Pefka's Warrior's Rest. Skura, hero of the Pefka Arena. So, we have managed to get rid of this very, very annoying gentleman. And believe it or not, we have literally, with defeating him, gone into level 4, which is pretty much what we were looking to do to be able to beat him. And as you can see, picking up some drachmae along the way, always taking that opportunity to ooh, lost key. The opportunity just to pick up some additional items. Now where were we? Yes. Treasure. Which was the main reason we actually came in. And there we go, the second piece of treasure gives us a mercenary glove. But as you guys will know by now, we have already unlocked quite a few items and pretty much don't have need apart from drachma. So we are going to be heading back. We are going to be heading for that blacksmith. Obviously we need to give the guys the wolf birds as well, so there is that. As we make our way back to the road, by the looks of it. So, let's see if this will work. Call in our steed. And normally he runs along with us. And as you can see, it is Pegasus, the winged horse. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he can take flight, which is going to be a pain in the backside. And obviously just here we have one of those very annoying dogs that decides to attack.
Come on.
So, as you can see, as we make all of our ways back, we have something to deal with here. But obviously 87 now meters just here. We have to give those wolf birds back. Or go give the wolf birds that we've got. So,
Got a job to do, Cassandra?
so as you can see,
I should have known it was you who'd ask for the fur, Zelos.
And I should have known it was you to get them for me. Cassandra's always on the job.
Don't tell Marcos. He'll get jealous.
I posted publicly to give the others a chance, but you're always so keen.
What are the pelts for this time?
The Athenians want armor for the war. Good protection for them. Good drachmae for me.
Here they are. All accounted for.
In record time, too. Take your pay, it's well earned.
Stay out of trouble, Lilos.
You should take your own advice.
so as you can see, 420 drachmae earned. But at this particular point in time,
What can I show you?
Not really needed. As you guys can see, we do have quite a bit to sell. So we are going to be looking at getting rid of some of the stuff that we just don't need. As you'll notice, a lot of it that we are going to pick up is going to be rare or common based, considering that we are now currently wearing legendary armor. It's stuff that we just don't need. However, it does give us the opportunity of just having a little look, see what else is about. Fangs. Wow. This horse comes from generations who served silent and deadly warriors. And if you guys remember the Assassin's Creed Origins game that we were playing, which we still have yet to finish, we actually had a horse called Fangs. Because was a Magi, he continued to breed and use these horses. When he became the first assassin, and they were used by, I was going to say Artemis, but it's not Artemis, Aya. When she went to Rome, she actually took them over to Rome. So, definitely something that we will have to have a little look at. But, nonetheless, we do need to obviously look at upgrading. So, we know that we have the Drinker of Light sword. We also have several other items, as you can see, which are legendary. Increase to level 4, and as you can see, it is now disappeared. We also have the bow, but unlike previous Assassin's Creed Origin game, where we could only upgrade to a point our weapons, we now have the ability of upgrading our armors as well. So I'm not going to bore you guys too much with this, but as you can see, very easily and very quickly, just going through, holding down the X button to get that upgrade, which, as you guys may or may not have noticed, is using, because if you have a look at this, goes to the blacksmith to engrave, available upgrade cost 1224 for 243. So you can see it is using some of the natural resources that we have been obtaining to upgrade. Now, for the first time, we actually have the opportunity to engrave. So, whoever looks onto the blade will see no reflection. They will see a void. They will need to pull themselves away from it. Plus 50% elemental build-up with assassin's abilities, 4% poison damage, 7% assassin damage. And as you can see, it now gives an opportunity to increase to a certain point, but also to have a look at what options are available, as this is most likely going to be permanent. So 50% damage and elemental build up after parry. Let's have a look. Hunter damage, warrior damage. Well, considering this is mainly going to be for the warrior system that we are looking at using these weapons for, obviously, as you guys can see, it already has 7% assassin damage, 4% poison, 50% elemental build up with assassin abilities. It's not going to hurt to engrave it with a +2 warrior damage. So that is that particular weapon engraved. Next, we obviously, if we go through, have our bows. Now with this, we can add, because it is set for hunter, we can add assassin damage to the bow to make it universal to a point. It's not going to be warrior, it's going to be more hunter. Oh, excuse me. That tiredness is really actually starting to catch up with me now. Warrior, hunter, 25% hunter damage, but 15%, minus 15% armor. I don't particularly want to put that on again, but looking at the items we have for this particular bow, 50% elemental build up with warrior abilities, hunter abilities with assassin abilities. I'm thinking plus 15% all damage but minus 15 health. I'm actually going to add the 50% assassin build up to it. So as you can see, we are sticking to the hunting and and as you can see, the Midas Touch for having 2 items now upgraded. So we are going to move to our helmet. Plus 2 assassin, plus 2 hunter. We have currently plus 7 warrior damage, plus 3 damage with swords, 50% adrenaline on dodge. I am actually gonna tier this towards the assassin damage. I know, again, with armor it should be towards the actual warrior side of things, but unless it actually gives that ability, plus 50% chance of critical damage with warrior abilities, that I will take. As much as I want to go down the assassin road, and I do want to try and stay true to the creed, the game is 400 years before it. 7% damage for warrior, 5% adrenaline on assassination kill, 50% adrenaline on dodge. We'll go for assassin. And as you can see, it is all about gearing your weaponry and your outfit to how you want to play the game. So, warrior adrenaline, 50% adrenaline on dodge, again assassin, and as you can see, we are now down to our shins, and again assassin. There doesn't appear to be much opportunity to engrave items for, and I've got to try and word this right. They like when in there use dark rays. So, as I'm saying, there isn't much opportunity to try and gear stuff towards the warrior system. I don't know if that is for the fact that, as you can see, we have only done a couple of the assassin items and nothing here with regards to the actual warrior side of things or the hunting side of things. Predator shot, definitely take hold of that. Many abilities are powered by adrenaline, which is built by landing hits, successfully dodging or parrying enemy attacks. When the ability is used, one adrenaline segment is spent and must be built up again. And as you can see, we now have the opportunity of using this particular ability. So, ability assignment. Choose where to assign this ability. So, we want... I'm actually going to stick this on X. So, hold L2 and press X. Zoom and shoot an arrow that deals 380% hunter damage and travels 25% further. Hold R2 to gain control of the arrow in the air instead of charging it. And you can see this can also be upgraded to 450% hunter damage, 88% further. Special arrows can be used. But at the moment we are kind of stuck with only one type of arrow. So, that being said, it is time to get back to the storyline and obviously try and make some additional money. Now, as you can see, this particular guy is now level 4, the same as us. and is now nothing for us to worry about. So let's interact. Are there any other messages here? No. So we will, in that case, get Cassandra to make her way back to Marcos, who seems to be having a lovely conversation with a huge brute.
You're running out of time until the Cyclops comes for you, Malaka. He wants his money.
Could I have an extension?
When he sails back to Kefalonia, he'll come and break you as soon as he docks, if you don't get it.
Now, let's be civil.
You can't hide behind your glories, Mistios forever, Marcos. He'll kill you, the mercenary, and that little runt girl that hangs around.
Of course, not a problem. I'll get the drachmi.
Good. Or I'll come and watch the Cyclops feed you to his goats.
Ah, Cassandra, I can tell from the smile on your face, Duris has paid you your drachmi.
Who's smiling? I just heard where you got the drachmi for the vineyard. Are you out of your fucking mind?
We can get the money.
Have a little look. So what did you guys say? If any of you guys have said anything. So why does everything take so long to load? And it appears that nobody left a comment on that video, so that's not a problem. We'll just have to try and have a look and see how we go. But as I said, if you guys are enjoying this, please make sure you do leave your comments down below. It is very much appreciated. A couple of people have on some of the videos. I always read them. I always listen to what you guys say. So please definitely leave your comments down below. Join us on Facebook and Twitter as well, and keep up to date with everything Going Sound Games as we try. And do we say we can do it? Do we say we don't? Let's go with.
We have no other choice now. We need a plan.
That's what I do best.
This will take more than the usual tricks up your sleeve.
I long for the old days. Remember them? They were simple. You had nothing, young and alone, and I had everything. And I gave you the world, Kefalonia, in the palm of your hand.
Cassandra! Alexios!
So as you can see, a young Cassandra waking up in the middle of nowhere with a spear, not knowing how to sail. Winding up shipwrecked somewhere.
Don't see fishes like you every day, huh?
Martha.
Oh! Ha! You hungry? How about we make a deal? I do something for you. You do a few things for me. Everybody wins. Best offer you're gonna get. Think about it.
Wait!
And Marcus has...
Kefalonia. Some gift.
You were nothing without Marcos, and look how far we've come. From an orphan on the streets to a Misthios with a hovel.
And now the Cyclops will take everything away. I can't protect you from him forever. He'll kill me too.
Oh, don't be scared of him. And look at you.
How could I go up against him? With what weapons? A rusty spear? A broken bow?
There you are. Stalking around the temple won't save you from me, Marcos.
Drusilla! I was just talking about you.
You were?
I need that wood, Marcos. These new bows will be the talk of the island. I can't make anything with those bandit malakes stopping the wood shipments.
Of course you can't. Why, I was just filling my friend Cassandra in on the details. She already has a plan to deal with these bandits.
You know me. Always prepared.
What did I tell you? She will leave no stone unturned.
I don't care who does it, but someone better got those bandits. Today.
A wonderful idea. I, for one, need to rush home. Cassandra, I've cooked up a plan for our Cyclops dilemma. See me when you have time.
And yet
If you
another...
want your wood, you'll have to fix my broken bow first.
I usually only pay when the deed is done, but shit's moving at a snail's pace. Follow me. These bows will make me rich as Chrysos.
They're that good, are they?
War's brewing. The Athenians need good bows if they want to hold off the Spartans.
Everybody benefits, I guess.
Who are you? Marcos? You should be tired of this small-time shit. You'd make a fortune in this war. Plus, I hear you're a secret Spartan.
That was a long time ago. I'm a Kefalonian.
So,
Hand it over. There you go, good as new. That bow is as strong as Heracles himself. Give it a try. Shoot your arrow at those dummies.
not bad. So, now we have our bow. So shooting over, literally shooting over. As you can see, the bow, improved hunter bow, has taken place of the upgraded vine bow that we had equipped earlier. Mainly for the reason that the bow itself has become part of the storyline. So you will need to watch for things like that, and obviously re-equip items if they actually go a little bit awry like that. So with that all done, now talk to the lady and
Fair is
she'll
fair.
hopefully...
Are you going to get my wood? Those fucking bandits need a thrashing.
Fair is fair. I'll fix your wood problem.
Finally! Marcos sure is lucky he's got you as his scapegoat.
There's plenty of trees around. Why do you need this type of wood?
I've been working on a new type of bow. It's more flexible, so it lasts longer and can fire at greater range. Only a very special kind of wood that grows high in the mountains will do.
Any idea where these bandits are?
I'm not a tracker, I'm a bowyer. They're in the mountains somewhere, that much I know. I'd check close to the lumber camps.
I'll take care of the bandits.
Make sure that you do. And be quick about it.
I'll deal with these bandits and get you the wood you need as fast as I can. Have patience. It won't take long.
Ha! If you knew how long Marcos has been feeding me excuses, you wouldn't be saying that.
Must
All
have
right,
been the bandits
I did
killed
something for
earlier.
you. Now you do
That
something
was an
for
easy
me.
job.
Get my
For
wood.
once.
So, as you can see, we now need to show the nearby quests. Lumbering along. And as you can see, return to Drusilla. Because we've already completed this. We've already killed all of the bandits that were at the lumber camps earlier.
Oh, look, it's Marcus's mighty champion.
Ha! Don't tell me you actually did what I asked.
I tracked the bandits and sent them to Odyssey. Your wood should arrive in town soon.
And you expect me to believe the word of a mercenary?
I didn't expect you to believe me, so I brought this. Here's your proof. A sample of the special wood you want so badly. These bows you're making had better be worthy of Apollo for all the trouble I've gone to.
By the gods! You sure you work with Marcos? He's never once delivered on a promise. Incredible.
I might work with him, but we're nothing alike. I'm true to my word.
Then take your pay. Give none to Marcos.
New engraving unlocked +2 health, which would have been nice a little while ago. So, and level 5. New engraving again unlocked, damage and health increased. And a brand new ability point, which I'm more than eager to have a look at testing out. So, what do we have? Spread shot, not really worried about it. It will come in handy later. Sixth Sense is also pretty good. However, the Rush Assassination. We then have Poison Mastery and Vanish, which is the use of a smoke bomb by the looks of things. We also have the Revelation. Upgrade can be done, but not as of yet. And Venomous Attacks, which allows us to access and use poison, which is actually a lot sooner than what we got it in a lot of the other Assassin's Creed games. But that being said, I think the best one that we could probably go for right at the moment let's have a quick look. Multi-shot. Aha, now that looks like that's going to give me the ability to craft arrows. So we're definitely going to take that one. Again, we haven't taken anything from the warrior section. However, it is something that we are going to need, because especially when we need, or are going to be needing, the Sparta kick, especially with something like this. And obviously the charge heavy attack, which came in extremely handy during Assassin's Creed Origins. So, that being said, we now have the option of paralyzing arrows, which we can now craft.
I wonder if we'll be able to leave without getting into a brawl.
And no
This
messages
place
on
never
the message
changes.
board. So, let's have a little looky. Mercenaries, abilities, inventory. And as you can see, we now have a brand new slot, paralyzing arrows. To which we have now been able to craft the maximum amount using one soft leather and two wood. So as you can see, easily stacking up. And our assassin damage absolutely through the roof. As you can see, the level 5 weapons, level 3 weapons becoming available now as we have leveled up. Which means, unfortunately, for a few minutes at least, a run back to the blacksmith.
Let me know if you have questions.
A little work. So, that don't have anything else to sell. We do have some upgrades to do. Bringing that nicely to level 5. Where is 5? Chest armor. Or skirt armor, I should say. And we have no obsidian, which means we can no longer, unfortunately, you kidding me, we actually have 3 obsidian. Ancient tablets, obsidian glass. So we can't actually upgrade any more of our armor until we actually find some more obsidian, which is mainly found in the caves, so it looks like we're going to have to go have a little cave hunting session. Now we had the +2 warrior damage, and as you can see, we can look engraving something different on it. But with our weapons itself, I want to keep them where they are. When it comes to our armor, as you can see, to hunter damage, there isn't much options that we can actually switch over. Our abilities, no, I definitely want to keep that one. Our chest plate. Now we did go for the +2% assassin damage. I would have preferred to go for warrior, but obviously we've got the warrior on it already. So we are going to switch it out from assassin damage to health. And if we can do the same on this one, we can. And also on our boots, no, we will have to stick with the assassin damage. So that is our little engraving system done. Do we have anything else to do here? Well, as you guys can see, we have the beach, the abandoned house where we were earlier, a couple of lights up and around a few places. What else do we have? Drogati Cave, Sammy, Marcos's vineyard, a mission just there. We do have something just there which we will definitely go and have a little look at. And hopefully find something good on the way. But as you can see, it is a little track out of town. So let's have a little looky as we make our way through the woods. So hopefully something pretty cool. So as you can see, as we make our way up the side of Kefalonia's islands, it brings us to the mountain range, which it seems like Cassandra is one of those old sheep kind of girls, a bit like what Bayek was, at home on the side of a mountain as much as he was out on the flats of anywhere. So as you can see, by the looks of it, level 5 wolves. So let's to make our way, because there is another reason for coming all this way. And it's something that we haven't actually yet done in this particular Assassin's Creed game. And as you can see, as we make our way up, the very first synchronization of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and as you can see, it shows us virtually the entire island of Kefalonia, and obviously the other islands, towns, areas in and around. Lightning Zeus. Icarus's perception has increased by 45% experience. And as you can see, we do have the lumberyards and areas where we were a little while ago. Obviously the Messiani Cave, which is where we've been, the town. There's a hidden item just there. And as you can see, if we come up from the lumberyards, we have another lumber shipyard just here. Another mission just here, but just along here we have what looks like a wolf pack. So just like Assassin's Creed Origins, it does look like we actually have ourselves a little den, for lack of a better term. And we have ourselves 4 wolves, 5 wolves. To obviously deal with. So, we've done our viewpoint. Last thing to be done is the very first leap of faith. And I swear from a height that high, something like that should kill you. So just trying to get that a little bit closer. Because I want... See, that shot's not going to kill. And I want to get that kill shot. Just like that one there. Does that actually hurt? So that's 3. And it looks like they are actually hiding somewhere else. So as you can see, getting our arrows back. Also, finding some obsidian. Now, somewhere along here, as you guys have quite easily seen, looks like a den. So I'm gonna kind of hope it is just here.
They won't
This
ask
is the
any
Glassy
questions.
Cave.
Let's keep out of sight.
And as you can see, this cave does look like it has wolves in it. So, I am going to creep through. It is a restricted area. Enemies will attack if they see you in restricted areas. Bandit restricted area. Beware, bandits are hostile to everyone and will attack on sight. Well, that's funny because those bandits to me kind of look a little bit like wolves. Come on, stick your head up. Now, as you can see, they are outlined, which does mean that they can't actually get to me, because this is the Wolf King, and normally back of the head. Stay still. No, now he got hit by something he doesn't know where it came from. And he's decided that he's going to go sit over there, which is fine. That allows me up here to deal with you. I swear I saw some. Okay, just there. Iron. So, oops, just there as well. So we have our wolves, and he was a big one. We have our loot. And what do we have from here? Traveller's boots and 40 drachma. We also have a couple of other items around here. So we can obviously loot, grab some more ore, and it doesn't appear to be anything else around here. But there is just there. And unfortunately at this precise moment, ouch, I knew that was going to hurt, Kendra doesn't have one of the main skills that Ezio did, which is the back eject. So it can make getting to places extremely awkward and difficult, because as you saw, we have to drop down, and sometimes that can be quite a ways. So she does obviously have her own way of getting around, but feathers everywhere. If you're leaving feathers off of your hat, I'm not going to be impressed. Yep. It looks like it. But nonetheless, wrong one. Nonetheless, we may have to look at getting rid of that and getting on to something new. So, we have some more guards. These guys seem to be everywhere. We have a potential mission that we can now have a little look at. Now, as much as I like that helmet, that helmet is actually, believe it or not, doing my head in. As much as I love having the legendary gear on her, I am actually going to switch out some of this. I know we've got all the updates, upgrades and everything on some of the armor itself, but I am kind of interested to see what some of this other armor... Wow, that leaves too much flesh to be open. And that is actually hidden. It's like an undertunic that goes over the armor. But that is just... And as you can see, obviously, a few scars from Cassandra's battle wounds. We'll switch the hood out, but we'll keep the rest of the armor as it should be. And as you can see, we now have option for the predator bow. And what I thought was the person wasn't the person, was the dog. One of the many types of dogs that was actually bred to fight wolves, but also bite assassins. So let's have a little looky. Few items here, and we have, looks like a family.
Mistios, fresh vegetables for your journey, the juiciest in Kefalonia.
I'm not really in the market for vegetables.
No one is. Our stock is practically decomposing.
We're trying to make enough rachmi to get out of Kefalonia. It's about time we moved on.
I know what you mean.
Wait, Creosa, you think she could help us?
I think she could.
You'll have to tell me what it is first.
Are you scared of sharks, Mistios?
I'm not scared of anything.
That makes one of us. A very hungry one swims in our way of leaving Kefalonia.
A shark?
He guards a precious necklace. We get it, sell it, and leave Kefalonia. The old bandit who found it first buried the necklace on the shore, near a temple.
And the fool didn't think. Water rises. Now the necklace may as well belong to the shark. Vegetable drachme is all right, but necklace drachme is best.
I know what it's like to want to leave Kefalonia.
Who wouldn't? We have nothing here. As many vegetables as we please, but no hope.
It's buried in a chest. If you get it for us, we'll take what we need to get out, and you can keep the rest.
All right. I'll kill your shark.
You'll skewer him.
You'll find him deep in the ruins of Granit down south.
Buried treasure usually has a story.
The necklace was said to belong to Procris. You know, the wife of Cephalus. On the eve of their wedding, he gave it to her as a promise of fidelity.
Well, we know how that turned out.
Typical. At least he returned to Procris in time for her death.
Where on the island are these ruins?
You know the sunken islet of Zeus? Find that, and you'll find the ruins.
Right.
To the Shark's
So-
Temple I go.
I'll never look at another vegetable again after this.
How will you eat? So, 1,002 meters we have to go. But before we do anything, as we make our way very quickly across the island itself. So literally, flying across this island. So the wings do play a part. Ooh. Where do you think you're going? Get up. So. And again the wolves. So that is where we need to get to.
Ella.
And let's have a little looky.
Off we go now.
So, here we are, back again. And as you guys can see, you're close to your target, the Icarus.
The necklace
What
is
we
down
need
there.
is just there. But at the moment, we have one just there. Where are they? There's the item that we need. As you guys remember from the first video, you know there's actually 3 of them here. All same level, all level 5. There we go, there's the second one. And there's the third one. Right. So now we know where they are. You guys will also remember we had to swim out a little ways. So as you can see, one of them has actually disappeared. There he is, there's the third one. Now we are going to do exactly the same as what we did last time. Make our way all the way around. And hopefully get the stonework before they actually get to us. luckily enough for us, as you guys can see, having some strong armor and some good weapons actually helps than being just a level 1 noob. And here we go, finally, after the treasure, the quest item, as well as and obviously a quick amorous pulse, and as you can see, there is still a lot down here. So again, down we go. Another quick animus pulse. Is there anything else? Now we have one item just down here. And by the looks of it, nothing else. So up we go to the surface. As we make our way back, and as you can see out on the shoreline, that trusted little box, we are ticking it. As we make our way back over
Come on.
to Pegasus. And now, all the way back
Come on. Ella.
Cave of Tethys. Go through the doorway. Thank you. So as you can see, we are not heading directly in the way that we need to, but we are still getting our distance down. Because we actually need to go that way, which is the way that we are going to be going in a moment, once we've got just around here. Because as you can see, we have a little Kirby. Come on. Taking a slight little detour as we make our way back. We're definitely making sure that our horse here has opportunity to spread her wings. So, quick shove.
You found it! That's the necklace!
That shark put up a good fight. He must have liked it.
You can finally live. No more vegetables.
We'll have a new life. One far from our past.
I know what that's like. Good luck.
282 drachmae. Shark the Vagrant quest completed. 2250 experience. And as you can see, literally dropping us just under level 6.
We owe you everything.
Next thing to do is find the next point. And Icarus has all this way back for us. A chest and possible guards, thugs, and or animals. So thank you, Icarus. So let's decide to make our way here. And by the way those outlines are sat there, I would say the wolves. These should be men. The Cyclops lair. They are actually men. Kill the
Best
bandit
stay
leader.
out of sight.
Loot the treasure. Cyclops lair. We are going to pretty much do what we used to do with Assassin's Creed Origins and try and pick as many guys out as we can. There's the bandit leader. A couple more just there. Cyclops lair is just there. And as you can see, definitely quite a few guards. And as you can see, Icarus is definitely paying dividends because she's able to pick up and spot almost all of the guards. The only reason I'm going to say almost all of them is I know for a fact that there will be the odd one or two that will not be picked up. That's one down. Now that was a warning from Icarus, so there is someone somewhere that has either seen me or heard me, and that I need to be careful. Now, he may be the leader. Light Athenian armor. Now, as I was saying, he may be the leader, but it doesn't nonetheless mean that he's the one that we're after. So while we are in here, definitely making use of the ability to hide here. Making our way back out. We have our next guard coming round. There's no one on top.
Who's making that noise?
And that guard's actually a bowman. And he's like, whoa, where was that? And as you see, iron, normal arrow, assassinate 50 enemies. Easily done. Just making our way around a little bit further. As I thought he would be one to go out that a little bit further. It looks like he's actually being sick. And as you can see, that additional ability to loot people that are assassinated now coming into its own. As we make our way finally around. And obviously, as you can see, more dogs are about. At least I hope they're dogs. So as we make our way to the roof, first air assassination of the video. And our level up. That actually sounds like a lion. And if we actually have a look, they are. And they actually look like they're caged up. They are. So those are a few items, or a few additional components that we will definitely look at taking over. Get out, get out, get out. No, I'm not, because I'm gone. Now he's going to say, well, where are you? And I'm going to be like, I'm right here. Thank you. So definitely finding time now to go to the roofs as we make our way across. And as you guys can see, linking in very nicely. And I think he's actually going to make things a little bit easier for us. He is going to allow us to air assassinate. And there we go. And I think that is everyone. Apart from obviously the lions. So, that being said, now all we have to do is get down and get them. So, definitely looking at the game in regards to an experience. It is a lot more harder than what it was in previous games. Definitely a lot harder than what it was in Assassin's Creed Origins. Coming in, Mr. Lion. Loot. Oh, it does soft leather as well. So. Raw meat and soft leather. Interesting. And obviously, one last one, which we actually did forget. Which is actually just here. So, as you can see, not easy. A lot of things are indicated, as you guys can see, with dots. Morning Star, another weapon that we've picked up. Sometimes with bandit sword. Sometimes way too easy to loot. Sometimes it just needs to be done. So we have reached level 6. We also have, if you guys remember, an attribute point now that we can use. So we are actually going to hold that up and use that in our next video, because we are about an hour and 46 minutes into this one. So we haven't done too bad to get to the level that we're at. Obviously I'm trying to get Cassandra leveled up a lot faster. Please make sure that you leave one of these three options: Hunter, Warrior or Assassin. Now as you can see, we have, starting at the bottom left hand corner of the Hunter system, Sixth Sense, Spread Shot, Devastating Shot, Multi-Shot, and obviously the upgrade of the Arrow Master ability, and also the Predator Shot. So starting with the bottom left, we'll have 1, 2 with the Spread Shot. We'll skip the Predator Shot because we've already got that. So we'll go 4 for Devastating Shot, 5 for Multi-Shot, and obviously Arrow Master, which is an upgrade, won't be included. We also have, out of the Warrior class, the Bull Rush as number 1, Sparta Kick as number 2, Charged Heavy Attack as number 3, Shield Breaker number 4, Weapons Master number 5, and Second Wind number 6. And from the Assassin options, number 2, Venomous Attack. As you can see, we already have the Shadow Assassin, which is number 1, and Revelation, which is number 3. So we have the Venomous Attack, which is number 2. Number 4 is Vanish. Number 5, Poison Mastery. And number 6 is a Rush Assassination. I want you guys to choose on which one we are going to have next for when we do our next live stream video in a week's time. So it'll be Hunter with either 1, 2, 4 or 5, Warrior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, starting at the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and if you choose Assassin, it'll be 2, 4, 5 and 6. We will obviously look at completing a few bits and pieces outside of the main storyline to try and get Cassandra leveled up that a little bit more, so it makes things easier going through the actual videos itself, going through the game story itself, so we can kind of keep this rolling for you guys. We won't be using any additional ability points. As I said, we will want you guys to do this for us. So if we do add in additional ability points, these will be shown in the next video, and we will obviously look at that point in time at giving you guys some options. So if you guys have enjoyed this, please make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, join us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll stay up to date with you guys with everything going on. And as you can see, we have a huge amount of items here. Shark teeth, shark fins, rusty bread, hound claw, garden peas, fresh fish, hound skull. So definitely a few items that we are going to need to start looking at. So join us again next time in another Assassin's Creed Odyssey video, where hopefully I won't be as tired as what I am today. Take care, have fun, stay safe, happy gaming.